So something I wanted to make a video about for a while now has been this new AIRDASH mechanic they've added ever since the Phantom Liberty 2.0 update. When I first started playing, I thought the most optimal way to cover ground was to AIRDASH, jump, and then bunny hop, and then spam that. And as you can see, it's pretty effective. I wouldn't say it's faster than a vehicle, but it's a lot more fun. It's also a lot more vertical, so you can actually traverse landscape in areas that otherwise you wouldn't be able to with a vehicle. There's also another way you could go about doing this is you could ground dash, which does cost some stamina, but you effectively make up for that by doing an air dash. And what I mean by that is with this perk right here, Tailwind. You know, I think even if you try to go for a body build with you know, gorilla arms or blunt weapons or, you know, shotguns, LMGs, or you want to go for a stealth build, you know, optical camo, throwing knives, pistols, whatnot, or, you know, a net runner build with intelligence. I think no matter what you do before you go to any one of those builds, I think you're doing yourself a disservice. I think you're shooting yourself in the leg by not rushing 20 reflex. And the reason why is because once you hit 20 reflex, you get Tailwind. And effectively, if you use your starting build the right way, you can hit 20 reflexes by level 14, if I'm doing my math right. And that's just because no matter what build you go with, you're going to want to be mobile. You're going to want to be able to have good movement. Because when you start out, I mean, you don't have any of the movement in the game. You just feel like just a slug, just a snail, just fucking so slow. I mean, the game picks up immediately once you get dash, and then you get air dash, and then at that point you're just flying around, and then you can save up for the reinforced tendons. I've seen some people go with fortified ankles, but I don't know. I mean, I think you end up going faster with these. These are just so much better. I mean, sure, the fortified ankles gives you, you know, twice the jump height, but you can't use them mid-air, and in my opinion, that's infinitely more valuable. But anyway, what I've wanted to make a video about for the longest time was this. I don't know if it's a bug or if it's intended. It may end up being a bug though, just given how inconsistent it is. It's hard to pull off. Sometimes I've thought that you need to put it in like frame perfect window timing, but then again, sometimes it feels like you have to do it one after another, like I did just there. Or sometimes you also have to like wait like a split second so that the timing changes. Get out of here, because it's not quite as loud. You guys are obnoxious. But anyway. The most consistent way I've found to pull this off is to actually do a ground dash into a jump, and then from there, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to input the jump right after the air dash. So for me, I'm on PS5, so I'm sure it's different for mouse and keyboard, but what I'm effectively doing is I'm rolling my thumb into the jump button right after I press dash. So it looks something like this. So right there, I did three jumps. One of them was on the ground, granted, but I don't feel like it feels like I'm getting more than one jump that I'm supposed to. And the reason why I feel like you have to have like a frame perfect timing window is because sometimes I've been able to pull this off like 6-7 times, to the point where I just end up getting so high I fall and then get the drawn out annoying fucking fall animation where V has to scrape their ass off the pavement. But it's hard to pull off to the point where it's just so inconsistent, and it might even just be better to go with my preferred ground dash jump, air dash, bunny hop combo. Because this is still pretty good. I mean, this is faster than you've ever been able to go in the other game. I mean, I remember before the 2.0 update, I was just sprinting around everywhere. I never dashed because literally couldn't most of the game. I never dodged is what I meant to say. What I'm going to try to do now is just try and pull it off as many times as I can. So like right there, I got a triple jump, but I buffered it. I gave it like a second before I mashed it again. So sometimes I mash the double jump button and it works, and sometimes I do and it doesn't work. And then sometimes I wait a second and then it works. So it's so inconsistent. So for that reason, I don't know that it's even worth pulling out. Right there. I might have counted wrong, but that felt like 4 to me. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Nope, that was just an air dash. I think the reason why this bug is happening is because I'm inputting the jump at the same time, or right after the dash, to the point where they kind of become the same thing, to where I'm air dashing, but I'm also gaining vertical at the same time. So maybe that confuses the game logic. Right there, that was 5. 4 or 5, I mean that was a lot. One thing that would be cool though, I would love to see other people do or pull off, is what I did just there with the 5 jump. But as you can see, there's a big downside of that, to where you end up getting so high that you just get the fall animation. And if someone was able to, like a high-level player like Benjamin Winters, if they were able to just like use that, but instead of landing on the ground, they managed to land on an enemy and get the air takedown animation finisher, that would be really cool. But yeah, overall, that's just what I wanted to show everybody. I'd love to see other people show their findings with this. Maybe there's something I'm missing, because I haven't been able to quite nail down a consistent method. I gotta say though, it is really satisfying when you pull it off. Feels like you're doing something you're not supposed to. I have noticed it's harder to pull this off if your character's sprinting. But if you're either walking or just doing the normal run, it's a lot easier.
They fried that drone for Chris.
Four. Right there, I ended up waiting too long. It does feel like a very specific window. Right there, I waited too long. Right there, I was sprinting, so maybe that's the problem. Fucking hate barbed wire in this game. I don't know if anyone else has that same opinion. There's no reason it should fucking topple me onto my knees every time I use it. Bump into it. So much as breathe on it. That one didn't count.
Come out.
Oh,
Just
fuck's
want to
sake.
talk.
That one didn't count because I think I actually ended up resetting the jump counter because I landed on this thing. Hey, pal. By the way, this fucking thing is so busted. I mean, it just does so much fucking damage. It's rare that you don't one-shot somebody, and at that point, if you don't one-shot, you can just either use a finisher or use one of these. This is also a very strong move. It seems so overtuned 200% off of a fucking collect, and then you're just melee attack. And then you can just use a... I don't think that's specific to a light attack. I think you can actually use a heavy attack, which does even more damage. But yeah, the Agao is fucking so busted OP. Busted OP. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, that was sick, dude. Yes, that's exactly what I was. I was trying to show that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys saw it. It took me several tries to pull it off. But after a while, you can kind of chain it, and it's just so satisfying, and you're just flying. And I would love to see a high-level player instead of falling on their ass like that to land on somebody and get that air takedown finisher. But yeah, that's just all I wanted to show everybody. Hopefully someone else can provide some input, something I might have missed, because I haven't quite gotten it down pat consistent. But yeah, thanks for watching.